All right, today we are talking about 1.7. We have several more properties we are talking about today. The first one is the zero exponent property. Zero exponent property. All the zero exponent property does. Sorry about that. Someone left the TV on. Just wanted to turn it off. If the exponent is 0, then our answer is 1. So anything to the 0 power equals 1. For an example, 5 to the 0 power equals 1. 10 to the 0 power equals 1. And so forth. Anything to the 0 power equals 1. Next question asks us, this is just another example. One thing is we can't have negative exponents. We want to get rid of negative exponents. So I'm going to write this in green. You can't keep negative exponents. You must flip them. That's how we get them to be positive. You must flip. So that's how we get them positive. An example, 5 to the negative third power. We can't have a negative exponent. To get it positive, we have to flip the fraction. So this equals 1 over 5 to the third power. I'll give you another example. X to the negative fifth power equals 1 over x to the fifth power. What if we had a fraction? If it was like, say, 1 over 10 to the negative second power. In order to get this to be positive, we have to flip it, meaning we're going to take this to the top. So it's going to be 10 squared. And it would just be a 1 on the bottom. You don't have to include that. An example. 4 to the third power over 4 to the fifth power. All right, this is what we were doing last week. This is from 1.6. They have the same base in a division problem. So what are we going to do with the exponents? We're going to subtract them. So we do 3 minus 5. Notice it's not 5 minus 3. We take the top one minus the bottom one. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. If you don't know that, type that in your Desmos calculator. So this equals 4 to the negative second power. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. That's how we get there. Once we are here, you remember we don't leave it as a negative. So now we have this. Now it looks just like one of these green ones. So it's going to be 1 over 4 squared. Let's do another one. X to the fifth power over, x to the 10th power. Same base in a fraction. So we're going to subtract. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. We can't have the negative exponent, so it's going to be 1 over x to the fifth power. Do another row in red here. Let's just do this example up next to this one. Hopefully we can see it good. 1 over 3 to the negative third power. Same thing, all we have to do is move this to the top. So it's going to be 3 to the positive 3 power, 3 cubed. Let's just do a couple examples and then you'll be free to work on your own. 1,999,999 to the 0 power. Who could tell me what that equals? Okay, anything to the 0 power is 1. That's the first property we learned up here, the purple one, 0 exponent property. Next we have to do, we'll do a different example. Excuse me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Let me just make sure we have the right example here. All right, 3 to the negative 5th power. We just have to flip it, so it's 1 over 3 to the 5th power. That's your answer. X to the 4th power over x to the 8th power. So what we are doing here is we're going to subtract the exponents. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4. X to the negative 4 equals 1 over x to the 4th power. One last example I'll do in a, let's see what color we haven't used, blue. What if we had something like this? X to the negative 2nd times x to the negative 3rd. So this is when we have to make sure we know our properties. This property we did last week. Multiplication with the same base, we're going to add our exponents. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. And then once we are here, it's just the brand new stuff. So this is going to be 1 over x to the positive 5th power.